Nowadays, everybody wants your attention, your girlfriend, your family, the media, communities, groups, football teams, religion, the government. Everybody feeds on your attention and your energy. And that's because they know without your attention, they are useless. They need your attention in order to grow. Because whatever you place your attention on, whatever you place your time on, you're feeding it energy and you're able to make it grow. So without you, they are useless. Without you, all these things I've named, they are useless. So they need to constantly take from you, feed from you, without giving you anything. So in this video, I'm basically trying to shift your attention from all these pendulums, all these distractions, all these groups, and focus your attention inward. Focus your attention on self-interest. Anything that doesn't make you grow, anything that doesn't improve you, they are wasting your time. Yeah, you can give them attention once in a while. You can give them attention if they give you back something in return. But if you're not getting anything that's meant for your self-interest, then they are wasting your time. And I'll give you an example. An example is politics, political debates, political arguments, or any form of argument. And the reason is you can never win because everybody thinks they are right. Everybody thinks what they know is law. And I'm talking even about fitness communities, nutritional communities. You see communities like carnivore communities or vegan communities or keto communities, and they behave like cults. You never ever want to be in a cult because when you're in a cult, you cannot think logically. You cannot think as an individual. Your main aim is to defend those ideologies. Your main aim is to defend whatever cult you're in. If you're carnivore, you're unable to hear the other side. If you're vegan, you think what you know is law. You think humans are meant to eat this way, right? So you're not open to growing. You're not open to bettering yourself because you're too closed up. You're controlled by these pendulums. You're controlled by these groups, but you think they serve you. None of those serves you. So the first step is to stop investing in them. Detach yourself from them. Do not label yourself as anything. Take yourself out of any kind of label, and that's how you're able to grow. That's how you're able to stand and look at the group, but you're thinking as an individual. You're thinking as a person. You're not thinking as a group, defending ideologies that do not serve you. Another thing is to separate yourself from conditionings. As kids, as babies, we've been conditioned to serve others. We've been told we need to take care of the family. We need to do this. It's our duty to do this. This is what you need to do, right? I'm not telling you not to take care of your family, but what I'm telling you is to take that energy and put that energy into yourself. Without taking care of yourself, you cannot take care of your family. You cannot take care of anybody without taking care of yourself, without taking care of your health, taking care of your nutrition, your diet, working out, having good habits, investing time in yourself, investing your resources into yourself. Without that, you're unable to take care of anybody. There's a quote from somebody, I don't know who it is, but he said something along the lines of, if you really want to take care of people, if you really love charity, then you will want to get rich. Because if you're broke, you can't help charities. if you're not if you can't take care of yourself, how are you able to take care of the poor people on the street? How are you able to take care of your family? So you need to start with yourself. Get rid of all those conditionings. If you have 50 pounds and your girlfriend needs 25 pounds, tell her you have nothing. Tell her you're broke. You've got nothing. Lean to your self-interest. That's an example. That's just an example. But what I'm telling you is become selfish. Anything else, then you're not acting in your interest. You're acting in the interest of somebody else. So you need to take that energy you're feeding groups, you're feeding people, and place that energy into yourself. Get rid of any kind of conditioning. See yourself as an individual. You're the first person that matters before any other thing. Every other thing is peripheral. You're what matters. Be selfish with your time, your energy, your resources, everything. And one thing about energy cannot be destroyed. Energy can only be transferred from one medium to another. So after separating yourself from these groups, you cannot keep the energy within. You need to put the energy into something else. You need to transfer the energy to something that serves you. Okay, let's take an example. Football clubs or sports, right? Ever since you've been following your sports club or you've been paying to watch matches, have they given you anything back? Probably not. You can't name anything they've given you back. And that's because they are there to feed from you. That's only an example. There's a lot of examples, right? I'm not trying to get into religion and other stuff, but you need to take that energy and put that energy into other groups or other things that serve you, other things that give you something in return. Let's take an example, the news. The news is full of negativity. Ever since you started listening to the news, what have they given you back? What have they given you in return? Nothing. Only headaches, negativity, bad news. There's news happening in America. There's news happening in Asia. There's news happening in the Middle East. That's what they are there to do. They are there to feed from you and so you can make them grow. But I'm here to change that. No more feeding them energy. Take that energy, take those resources and invest in yourself. One thing I can never be guilty about is I can never be guilty of spending money on myself. I spend on myself like crazy. No matter what it is, especially on my health, when it comes to food, I spend on eating good, I spend on where I sleep, I spend on books, and I can never be ashamed of it because it's for my self interest and it benefits me. Without these things, tell me how I'm able to help the world. Tell me how I'm able to influence other people. You need to begin with yourself. Like Michael Jackson said, if you're trying to change the world, start with yourself. And by the way, I'm big on taking care of my friends, taking care of my family, taking care of the people around me. I'm big on making sure everybody around me is set, right? That's one of my goals in life. But you can't reach that stage where you become the man, you become the hero without focusing on yourself, without doing a deep form of self-improvement. You need to focus on yourself so you're able to help the people around you. And the last thing you need to do is whenever you're placing your attention on anything, ask yourself, does this thing serve me? That's what I do whenever I catch myself doom scrolling. Sometimes, in fact, let me ask you a question. Can you remember the last 5 reels you watched? The last 5 videos you watched on Instagram? Probably not, because they don't serve you. You've doom scrolled your brain away. You've doom scrolled your gray matter in your brain away. So you can't even remember the last 5 things you watched. So whenever you're going through something or you're placing your attention on anything, ask yourself, does this thing serve me? Does this thing serve me, or are they just stealing my energy? Are they just feeding from me? That's it. Hope you got something valuable out of this video. And if you're looking for help, one-on-one coaching, click the link in the description, book a call, and I'll see if you're a fit for my one-on-one program.